boys and girls, today I'm going to show you how you can draw your very own ferry boat, and then we're going to use watercolors to paint the background, then the boat. Okay, we always paint the farthest thing away from us first, and then we get closer and closer as we start to paint. So we're going to use crayons to do our drawing, and very first thing is I'm going to draw a water line. Okay, so I'm going to draw scallop lines. So look how I'm doing my scallop lines. It's a curve to a point, curve to the point, scalloped. Okay, so do this first. There we go. Then, now the ferries are very, very large boats. I've already showed you some images of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line. I'm going to do it in the sort of like just below the middle. So this is the middle. I'm just going to go a little bit lower than that, and I'm going to draw like a soft curve like that. Okay, then bring it down and do this, curve it round that way. Okay, now next thing I'm going to draw just a parallel line with that first curved line that I did. Okay, so a parallel line, equal distance apart, in exactly the same direction. Now I'm going to start building up the decks on that ferry boat. Now remember, we've got cargo hold where cars and trucks could be, and then above we would have the area where the passengers would relax while they're doing that ferry crossing. So I'm going to close that in. That's one deck. Next thing I'm going to do another deck. It's a bit like a big cake, putting layer upon layer, and as I get higher up the decks get smaller and smaller. Now I've got my two decks. What I'd like to do now is add some ship funnels. So I'm going to do a slightly sloped line, and I'm going to mirror it by doing it like that. Close it in, and then give it a line so that when I paint it I've got some decoration to go on it too. I'm going to do exactly the same. Now if you do choose to actually draw it lightly in pencil first, remember that you need to still draw it bold and large so that you can then trace over it with the crayon. So I've got 3 funnels there. Now what I'd like to do now is actually I'm going to draw freehand some circles for the portholes. Alright, like so. I'm going to do some smaller ones just along here. See how I'm doing them? Nice freehand circles, equally distanced apart. And then I'm going to put some more on the decks as well, so that our passengers can look out as they're sailing across the ocean. Now what I'm going to give you is either a tray or liquid watercolors. Now in the ocean, if you want to, you could add some extra waves. Okay, you could actually draw in, if you want to, some fish. And then because our ferry is steaming away, I'm actually going to do some plumes of smoke, just simple spiral lines, so it's showing that it's moving through the ocean. Now we're ready to paint. Now what we're going to do is, actually I'm using pan watercolors that are in the tray. Got my water, and we always paint, like I said before, the background first. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this, and then I'm going to do my ferry and then my ocean as well. So I'm going to continue with this, boys and girls. Now it's your turn for you to draw your own ferry boat crossing the ocean.